the starting stage. I would say if you are planning for a platinum ship, beyond that is anyhow you have your own plans. You can plan even ruby volume, emerald, and you can go up to diamond, double diamond, whatever it is. You can plan, and you will have plans as such. But each of those things also have platinum legs. In every platinum leg, just insist that you have a group or a community for certain things. One is the fitness community. Okay. The fitness community is very, very important. And there you should ensure that people are in personal consumption of the supplementation and also the product. When we talk about product, the body keep as a product. So there should be a personal consumption of this. Then you should be focusing on queen community or cooking community, where they insist on cooking with Amway Queen and living healthy there. Okay. So, and the third one, all these three fall under the nutrition community or the wellness community. The third one is weight management community. Okay. The fitness community need not be a weight management community. Okay. They need not insist on weight management. They just have to be fit enough taking supplements. Whereas when we talk about this community, weight management community, there's a little more work that we have to do. They should also focus on the weight management. How much of weight, that can be managed within weeks, within month, all that has to be taken care of. And the fourth one, which I would personally insist, is the beauty community. There you can divide it into two communities. One is somebody who takes care of skin care, who feels that I have to repair my skin and I need some products. I need somebody to, all this community needs engagement. All this communities need motivation. All this community needs inspiration. So there should be high engagement in the team. Every day, somebody or the other should keep posting that I use this product. See, there should be transparency also in the community. That's what I have seen. Good, bad, ugly, please post it. Nothing wrong. It's closed community. And just to ensure the customers are not there when you're posting negative. If you're posting negative in the sense, there's nothing negative in our products. What I mean to say is, some people maybe the product usage may be wrong. And because of the product usage is wrong, they might not see the result in the stipulated time. So there could be somebody who says, I used this product for more than a month. Till now I have not seen any result. That's okay. Post it in the group. It's just your community. So that kind, maybe you can check with your group admin that, for me, I would say it is better to be transparent. But if they say no, just take care of it. But otherwise, everything, even some nice videos, the way you apply, the way you talk about the product, the way you love the product, one punchline about the product, something or the other should be going on. So this is for skincare community for 30 plus age women, the beauty community, the makeover community, which can be for younger girls, like attitude. Now, because of the festivities, so many lipsticks have come, nail enamels have come. So that can be talked upon as a community. And apart from that, you can also have cleaner home and safer home community and, lovely hair. People flaunt with their hairs. Every day, one hairstyle can be spoken about there. And every day, somebody can talk about tips for taking care of hair. And 3-4 months, this community will be bigger and you can see so many people getting attached to it. So that's how you have to keep building the community. And of course, breathe healthy community, which could be for Atmo Mini and Drive 2. So there are many communities, and of all these communities, I have personally seen one community that goes very, very fast, very fast and grows very fast. Starting there were about 5-6 people. Now it has gone to 50-60 people is because of this community called weight management community. So that way, this particular program is a very, very user-friendly and a comprehensive program by Nutrilite. And we are going to talk about this program and how Nutrilite supports us for this. Otherwise, what we should have done, if not this program, what we should have done. Fine. So again, happy festivities to you all. This is the right time that you have. By December, you should be having not less than 150 to 200 customers for yourself into your business. Whatever pin level you are in, nobody is asking about the pin level. Nobody is asking about your pin level. But I would personally urge you to go platinum, because you can be a part of A25, Amway 25 fifth year anniversary. And at least the new people, for them the goal setting would be minimum silver producer. And if this is not possible this year, then it may delay a little further. The situation is so nice. It's so lucrative for anybody to go silver for this year, because the situation is so nice. Every month we have amazing products. Every month you can talk to new customers, you can build new communities, and that is why I personally would insist upon you to think on those lines. Okay. So if you have to go silver before this year, or before even March 2022, so from now on you should be insisting on BFI, BBI. There are many programs which can take you to that level, many products which can actually take you to that level. There are people whom I have seen personally only with Chavanprash going BFI, only with APSA going BFI, okay, only with Neutralite going BBI. So I have personally seen that. But this is one more program, one more product which can take you to that level. So I would personally insist you, also would suggest you to get into this program, and also take your customers along with you for this wonderful program called W.O.W, Will Over Weight. So what is this program all about? This is about weight management. We told you. What is weight management? This question comes to our mind. Fine. What do I mean by weight management? Because we all know weight reduction, we all know weight gain. In between, there is something called weight management. What it is? What is India's position among the countries affected by obesity, and how many Indians are overweight or obese? Okay. These are the questions that have to be answered, and you have to be personally clear to understand the potential of this particular product. Fine. So this session will talk about what, how, why, also look at the W.O.W report and the selling tip for this particular product. And the selling tip, don't expect a selling tip as such individually. I would personally say I started with the selling tip, honestly speaking. Where do I start selling for? Those 150 to 200 customers, around 40 to 50 customers you should have for this particular product or this particular program, okay, for you to be more successful. Fine. So that is what we are going to see in this program. So when we talk about what is weight management, my dear friends, maintaining an optimal body weight is weight management. Okay, now what does that mean? Everybody cannot be of same weight. People in the same family, cannot be of same weight. In the society, cannot be of same weight. And the weight which is higher for you may be lesser for me. The weight which is lesser for you may be higher for somebody else. So it is important that we know our optimal body weight. There is a term called optimal body weight. We should understand that and ensure we arrive at that. India's position, India is the third most obese country in the world, and almost, there are about 3 out of 4, which is 3/4 of Indians are overweight in India. 3/4 of them are overweight. So, which means there is a huge potential for this program, and people are looking at a good program and a good product, and there are many false claims. And you open the YouTube channel, there are many people who talks about 101 tips on weight management. Do everything work? We don't know. But for me, I go by logic. A simple logic is, if it was true, if all that would have worked, definitely there cannot be almost 3 out of 4 Indians are overweight. It should be much lesser. 1 out of 4 should have been the situation now. So when that is there, we can understand that people are still looking for a good program and a good product. And we, as such, Amway distributors, have this wonderful program and a product, and it is, up to us to reach out to so many people, and talk to them about that. So just to give you the trends in India, 73% of urban Indians are overweight, which means people living in the city. Almost half urban Indians are obese. Overweight is different, obese is different. I'll explain you on that. So half of them are obese in India, and the maximum risk, my dear friends, is between 28 to 38. Even if you take this program to somebody above 50, above 45, they may think, okay, I have crossed this stage, so what? Let me be like this. People, the whole world has seen me like this. So what? Let them call me obese person. That's okay. It doesn't matter. But, you can still inspire somebody with 28 to 38 where they are just starting their life. Today, 28 years, male. Most of them are still not married. So they are into setting a family for themselves, a wife, children and all that. So there will be a lot of expectation, to succeed through this product. So that's one way. And of course, the girls, maybe even if they are married after first pregnancy, erratic body weight, and they wanted to come back to their same position as they were in college. So there is a huge potential. Fine. And the risk is also very high at that stage. If you ask me why that risk at that stage, because the responsibility, family responsibility is higher at that stage, and stress is the major reason for obesity in India. In India, if you see today, it is not about the food habit that we take. It's not about any other thing. One is mishandling of fat. We don't know how to handle fat. Every day, just one puppet, one pickle, it goes like that. So that is one reason, and second reason is the stress. So it should be looked upon as a holistic approach, as a holistic product, because today everybody talks about the product. They miss out on optimal health. All four pillars of optimal health. We are successful because we talk about optimal health. For us, all four are important. It's not only your diet. Fine. So there is a huge potential. Now you can understand the potential there. And India is still a young country. Higher risk of weight gain for men and women at that stage, and average person goes from healthy at 26 to obesity at 38. A person who is healthy at 26, okay, goes obese at 38. What happens between that 10 to 12 years? Why that 10 to 12 years? What majorly could have happened? Nothing has happened in the 26 years before. Okay. And nothing is going to happen after 40 years. It's going to be the same. But this stage determines so much in a person's life. This stage of life, 26 to 38 or 40, determines so much. The future is dependent on this stage. Right? India, the third most obese country in the world, apart from, US and China, and a published study in noted medical journal, Lancet, says India is just behind US and China, as I told you. Right? Yeah. Just give me 1 second. Just give me 1 second.
So Lakshmi will be right back in a minute. I hope all of you are making a note, right? I'm sure all of you might have made a note of it. So let's see what is the takeaway so far. I mean, this much, last for 15 minutes, Lakshmi might have spoke to us. Tell us something that which you learned at this particular time. What was your takeaway? One word is enough. I am not asking full narration. So you can tell me one word that you have taken as your learning. Yes, Lakshmi is back. Yeah, over to you, Lakshmi. Thank you.
Sorry. Yeah. So that is about, the trends that are in India today. So as Sini rightly said, whatever is the learning that you have taken, maybe if you want to put it on the chat box, please do that. we will also be happy to know that. And now if you see, this is 2014 data. One thing I like about Amway is very transparent. The source of the information is also very clearly given. If you see, this has been updated on 8th June 2014 and at 12:01 Indian Standard Time. But after that, do you think it has increased or decreased? I would definitely say, the risk has now, the age is not 28, it's from 25. 25, because of the pandemic situation. You take any company, software company for that matter, everybody work from home. Companies like us, everybody work from home. So when we say work from home, the possibility to walk around is very less. Physical activity is very less. We do our basic work and we come back to work. And the work pressure for anybody for that matter, my dear friends, including, our own selves. Earlier, we had desktops. We never used to carry laptops to home. So once we come out of the office by 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock, everything is closed. And after that, it's only our time, family time. Now with this, laptop in hand, even I have personally seen all my sessions, when we talk about ILS South, the work starts from right 9:30 in the morning. There are some teams who start their work by 9:30 and the last session that gets over is by 10:45, 11. Okay. So one or the other person will be definitely working on an average. And look at that time that we work. We work happily. In between, we have a lot of rest. No complaint about that. But what I mean to say is the physical activity is very less. So when that is less, obesity sets in. Okay. So whatever was overweight few years before, now it has become obese. The count of obese Indians is predicted to double in next 5 years. Already 6 years have gone from 2014 to 21. So you can see where we are. The study reveals that 1 in 3 Indians are overweight and urban Indians are majorly affected by obesity. Urban Indians. So there's no question of overweight at all. Straight away from healthy to obesity. That's where they land up. So what causes this obesity? We have to know the calculation, my dear friends. For understanding this, there is a slight difference between this term called obesity and overweight. We have to know that. First of all, how do I calculate that? What causes this? The calorie intake is more than calorie expenditure. Actually, it should be equal, but unfortunately, calorie intake is more than calorie expenditure. This is what I said as fat mishandling. We don't know how to handle fat. Nobody says eat less. We all say eat healthy. Okay, we are not that cruel. India is known for its hospitality, generosity. So we also say eat well. Nobody says don't celebrate festivals, don't eat more. We say eat healthy. That's it. Okay. So calorie intake and calorie expenditure. So calories we all know is it's calculated in terms of kcal. And on an average, a human being should take about 1800 kcal per day, and it should never be less than that. If it is lesser than that, I'm sure we all become tired and we don't have that energy to work, whatever we do. Even, smaller things, even to think we need calories, even to think for just waving hands like this. For anything that we do, calories are important. So it is important that we eat. Otherwise, it is not possible. Fine. Now, how this intake is high and the calorie expenditure is less? Because we don't know which food gives how much of calorie. That is the biggest problem. We just look at fruit as a fruit and we don't know the difference. We just look at, the meal as a meal and we don't know the difference. We don't know how much calorie a breakfast should give or can give or is giving. We do not look at the calories that dinner could give and a lunch could give. For us, it's only the quantity. We eat more calorie. We eat less calorie. No, my dear friends, not at all. If your diet is healthy, your plate is wellness plate with all vegetables, fruits and all that, the calorie could be lesser compared to a carbohydrate diet that you have. Fine. So that is the difference. So taking all that into consideration, even if you think that per day consumption of 1800 is met by every one of us, the calorie expenditure in India on an average with the physical activity that we are doing today is pathetic, not even 1/4 of it, unless otherwise we do something for it. In spite of me telling that we need calorie to think, we need calorie to do small works, we need calorie to move around, for everything, in spite of all that, the expenditure is less, and we don't mind how much is spent. We definitely don't mind. There's no account at all for that. We just, whatever comes in, it comes in, whatever goes out, it goes out. So that is where, over a period of time, whatever has to go to overweight goes to obesity within no time. We can't even calculate the time there. It just goes, skips out of our hand. So how do I calculate that? It's a very simple calculation, my dear friends. All that you need to know is weight in kilogram, height in centimeters. If we all know that, we can easily measure that. So now that you know the height in centimeters, minus 100 from that. Example, if I'm 157 centimeters, if I minus 100, 57 is the number that I get. Okay. That is my ideal body weight. Ideally, I should be only 57 kgs. That should be my ideal weight. But there is also something called optimal. What is optimal? 3 to 4 kgs lesser, 3 to 4 kgs extra. Why? Because of the lifestyle that we live in, because of the work that we do, and food. In between lot of festival season, we go out socializing, parties, all that, or fasting. You should also consider that, fasting and getting upset with the family, not eating properly, all that happens, right? So taking everything into consideration, it can be 4 kilograms lesser, 4 kilograms higher, which means it can be from 53 kilos to 61 kilos. That's the optimal weight. I'm very clearly giving you ideal body, optimal body weight. Now, from your ideal body weight, 10% to 30%, okay, 10% to 30% more is said to be overweight. Still, it is said to be overweight. Okay, so which means 5.5 kgs extra. 4 kgs already extra is fine. It's still considered healthy. So 1.5 kgs extra to say about 30 percent. Sorry, which means 15 kgs. So 57 plus 15 kgs is said to be still overweight. It is not obesity. Look at the lenience here. Absolute lenience. And beyond that is said to be obese. Beyond that 15 kgs extra is said to be obese. Fine. Beyond that 30% is said to be obese. Up to, there's no limit for that. Obese is obese. There's no limit for that. So now you have to measure and see whether your customer is overweight or obese, and tell them, give them this calculation so that they understand. Because many people compromise saying, hey, I'm just little overweight and it's easy for me to come back to normal, and tell them very clearly, somebody coming back to normal from overweight is easy than coming back to normal from obesity. What may happen from obesity to normal is at least a 6 months journey. At least. It cannot happen lesser than that. What may come. But going to obesity, it's just 2 months journey. Just 2 months. Today I can be like this. Another 2 months. If I don't sleep properly, if my metabolism is very poor, if I don't know to, take my diet properly, and if I'm depressed, if I'm stressed out, another 2 months I can become obese. Not even talking about overweight. Not even talking about overweight. It can become obese. So that fast it is. So that is why you need a program. You need to be cautious about it. Fine. And also look at where that obesity goes. How does it make you? Is it an apple shape or a pear shape? Apple shape is too much of fat around the belly area, and pear shape is too much of fat at the hip area. Which is dangerous? Both are dangerous, but apple shape is even more dangerous because your heart is closer. The fat is accumulated surrounding the heart, which is even more dangerous. Okay. So how does science look at this? We look at it in terms of calories. So when we talk about calories, we know weight management can happen that way. So look at the calories and also look at the BMI to easily understand. There's a BMI chart less than 20. If the BMI shows less than 20, it is underweight. There are many assessment machines available. You can go and get it checked there also. 20 to 25 is healthy. 25 to 30 is overweight, and less than 30 is obese. And how can I calculate BMI? Yes, you can calculate BMI by yourself. Okay. Weight is equal to 75 kgs. Height is equal to 1.67 meters. BMI is equal to 75 divided by 1.67 into 1.67. Okay. So that is your calculation, BMI calculation. 75 divided by 1.67 into 1.67. If somebody is 1.67 meters or 167 centimeters, which means 27 is the BMI, which means it is overweight. Fine. And also look at the hip waist ratio. For men, it cannot cross 1 meter, and for women, it cannot cross 0.85 centimeter. Simple. The undergarment that we choose. Okay. So it cannot go beyond 85 centimeters. If it goes beyond that, we are obese. And men above 1 meter, it is obese. Okay. So is that a bad thing to be obese? Of course, because it may cause certain problems like cardiovascular disease, diabetic, musculoskeletal disorder. All the muscles become weak and the skeletal system becomes weak. It might lead to osteoarthritis, and it also might lead to some cancer because of poor metabolism of fat. Right? So it is important that we take care of it. Now that we know what is obese, what is overweight and all that, now how we are going to take that. Management of optimal weight and body percentage. Taking that into consideration, we are going to give a balance between energy intake and energy expenditure for some time. For some time is we are going to stay with the calories that is inside, which is stored inside, and reducing the calories intake. We'll reduce the calories intake and balance with the calorie expenditure. So once we start doing that, there could be a drastic change in our weight, and it's easy for us to manage that. And it is highly reversible, my dear friends, at any given point in time. At any given point in time, it is highly reversible, and we ourselves have seen many celebrities. We ourselves have seen how they were in some of the pictures, how they are today, or how they are today, how they are in future. Both are highly reversible. Somebody who is very lean today can become very fat tomorrow. Somebody who is very fat today can become very lean tomorrow. It's highly possible, highly reversible. But are we doing it healthy is a question now. When it comes to customers, please, the major skill that anybody would require for this Will Overweight program is persistence. Never get into argument with a customer. Be thorough with the products available in the market. Understand their program. Never argue their program is bad. We never know. And never give any claim unless otherwise you know their commitment. Okay? Unless otherwise you know their commitment level, never give any claim. Don't say, take this product and you will be 10 kilos lesser. Tell them, provided you do what all I say. Put a clause very, very clearly. That's very important. Fine. So the choices today, there are supplements, there are workouts, and there are medications, and calorie less diet, and maybe done with liposuction. Liposuction happens inside the hospitals, and diet plan and herbal tea and all that. It's the choices are many. You can work out in the gym, weight management tablets, breakfast, lowering the breakfast, or taking other kind of breakfast which is not a part of our diet till date, like muesli or oats, or slimming centers are there, nutritionist advisors are there, weight management shakes are there, and slimming and sauna belts are there. So there are many choices. First, understand what kind of choice they are willing for. And with all that study that we have done, my dear friends, for weight management, we have seen Indian consumers are very peculiar. They live in a very busy lifestyle schedule. They don't diet or skip meals. There's no dieting or there's no skipping meals. They don't want to. Okay, they want to have every single meal, and they don't want to diet. And they are also prone to cultural eating habit, meaning this is the season for this and I have to consume this. I cannot be without that. And exercise, there are many people who say, I don't want to exercise. Is there any product which can reduce my body weight without exercising? Or there are some people now who have understood the importance of exercising, saying that I don't want to go to a gym, give me some simple exercises. So this is the pattern that everybody follows. Now, taking the food related and lifestyle challenges related into consideration, we have come out with a wonderful program where we have not done major changes, but minor changes, very minute changes in the food related and lifestyle related issues. And, and we have come out with a wonderful program by Nutrilite called Will Over Weight. And what all these changes, impact? They impact the healthy food. The impact is there in the food, in the way they eat the food, the portion size, or what portion or what size of meal do they consume, and no skipped meals. And somebody feels skipped meal is better for weight loss. Sorry, it induces more weight. So there should be at least little amount of food, healthy food, which has to be given, and the timing that they take the food, and the balance between all the nutrients. These are the factors, and we insist on all this. So when you talk to your customers on weight management, you should have data on all this. What kind of healthy food do they take? What is the portion size? Do they skip the meals? What is the timing that they take? And is that a balanced meal? And most of the time, we also have seen that there is a huge gap in the balancing of meal. They take protein, but take all the protein only in breakfast. Lunch is filled with fat. They take carbohydrate, but all the carbohydrate goes, only in the dinner time. Breakfast and lunch is very healthy. It cannot be that way. It should be balanced. All the nutrients should be balanced. So, talk the importance of protein. I will not get deeper into it. You know better what it can do. Talk the importance of fiber. Tell them to incorporate the fiber-rich food into every meal that they eat. My dear friends, 3% of people who are obese because of less consumption of water. If you can believe or no, the data says that. 3% of the people, like if 100 people are obese in a group, 3 of them are obese just because they don't consume good amount of water. What happens if they don't consume good amount of water? Metabolism is affected. Digestion is affected. When digestion is affected, food metabolism doesn't happen properly. They cannot eat the next meal properly. And they don't feel like eating. So when they don't feel like eating, skipping of meals. That leads to gastrointestinal problem. That may lead to other complications, which is a very bad thing. So plenty of water, at least 8 glasses of water is very important. Exercise on a regular basis. We are not talking about just walking around inside the home. It is a proper workout, proper exercise that they have to do. And taking supplementation. Why? To fill the nutritional gaps. Wherever they feel that I do not take this, supplementation becomes essential. Fine? Okay. Now that we have seen that So much has to be understood about a customer. Once we have understood, then we are going to get into the program itself. The program itself. When we talk about this program, as I told you, it's a holistic program, personalized weight management solution based on the research of nutritional experts by Nutrilite. And Nutrilite, has taken all the experiences from India, because there are many scientists from India. And we have made this program very personalized. Maybe if you go to other country, you go to Malaysia and see the W.O.W program, it would be different there. You go to Singapore and look at the W.O.W program, it would be different there. Why different? Because this is majorly for our race, and also our culture, going with our culture. So this is a very blended program with a lot of science and research, and also the culture mixed in it. So nobody says if masala dosa or avalaki is your morning diet, nobody says stop that. We say continue with that, but know what you are eating. So that's the only thing here. So we have customer as a center point, and there are many scientists. Look at the profile of the scientist. Look at the profile of Sherry, Kerry, and also Michelin. There are so many people who are into doctorates of that particular subject. Fine. So they have designed this program for Nutrilite Health Institute. And after designing this program, one product that comes for support is Body Key. And Body Key, if I have to talk about this product, this is a product which is with protein, fiber, and 22 essential vitamins and minerals. And this is never a replacement for your supplement. I put it straight and clear. Somebody who says, I take Body Key, should I also take on protein? Should I also consume my vitamins and minerals or daily, or, salmon omega-3 and fiber? My answer is definitely a big yes. Then why am I consuming this? This is as your diet is not a complete diet. Whatever you take, poha may not be complete for everything. The masala dosa may not have everything that is required, or it may have too much of oil or ghee to make it crispy. So to balance out that, to give you a feel, that at least once a day I'm taking a healthy diet, Body Key is very important. Rest all time or rest all meal, you are taking your regular meal, and that's fine. And that if it is not complete, try to compensate that with the supplements. So Body Key is an amazing product, and we have this in 2 flavors, chocolate flavor and vanilla flavor. It has 13.8 grams of protein and 6 or 5 grams of fiber and 22 essential vitamins and minerals. One meal at least. It's better to be 2 meal replacement during an intensive program, which is for obesity. And for overweight, you can be in a normal program, which is at least 1 time a day. It can be your breakfast, your lunch, or dinner, whichever is a heavy meal for you. Normally, whichever meal is heavy. Some people say my breakfast is heavy, lunch and dinner is okay. For them, they should replace that with breakfast. And some people would say my dinner is very heavy, so replace that with this meal. It's a meal, and that is why we have received the FSDU certification. This is not a pharmaceutical company or a nutraceutical product. This is an FSDU product, a special licensed product, which means it is a special food on its own. So you need not take any dietitian's consultation or a doctor's recommendation to consume this product. Like you take your own breakfast on a daily basis without consulting anybody, you can use this product. That's why FSDU licensing. So each sachet is with 30 ml skimmed milk. You can mix it with skimmed milk if you want it to be tasty. If you want to avoid milk there, you can even go with plain water. But the taste is not that great with plain water. Okay, no artificial colors, flavors, preservatives. So it helps to provide a satiety feeling, a filled feeling, and with natural goodness, highly nutritional, natural goodness. Fine. So this is how this product has to be consumed. Pour milk or water, add the sachet into that, stir it well properly, and consume. Fine. So, your dietitian or physician, say simple. If you are as a obese, you want to take 2, you can go with that. And if you are overweight, you want to take 1, you can go with that. And I am overweight but want to go on a fast track for reduction of weight management. Can I take 2? Check with your dietitian if they are okay, because we are okay. From Amway, we are okay. But at times, you might feel little tired because it is with no carbohydrate. You need carbohydrate. You need, other nutrients also. So it is better that you check with your dietitian or a physician and consume that also. Fine. Yeah. So now talking about, how do I get into this program? Now I'm clear with my goal, whatever is my goal. And second thing is I'm clear with my product. One meal I'm going to replace. Let it be breakfast, lunch or dinner. One meal I'll replace. I'm ready to sacrifice on that. Now what should I do next? Next is, get your personalized assessment. What is that personalized assessment? How much to reduce? Till when you want to work on this program? When do you want to see the result? And, what motivation do you need? That's very important, my dear friends. What motivation do you need? What motivation is? Are you intrinsically motivated? Some people are highly motivated. They don't need anybody's support to work out. They don't need anybody's support to push or inspire. They look at their own image in the mirror and start working out. For some people, they need a push. They need a trainer. They need a coach, somebody who should say that do this, do that. And you should find out what sort of a person you are. For that, there are about 53 questions in an assessment, which is available in microsite of W.O.W or the mobile app of W.O.W. Both are there. And there are about 53 questions. Given a very honest evaluation of yours, self-evaluation, nobody is going to question you there. Okay, nobody will see the answer also. It is just system driven. So look into that. It takes 10 to 12 minutes and all questions have to be answered at one sitting. Don't take the questions to the next day because, the moment you sit with the focus, let's complete that. Fine. And see the report after evaluation. To my knowledge, one small thing that I could see here is the assessment can be taken with the purchase of W.O.W bundle. Now I'm not very sure. Maybe I can ask the team to get back to you whether anybody can do the assessment. But it was there only when we put the invoice number of purchase of this bundle. That is when the assessment opens. But we have requested Neutralite to open the assessment for everybody. So we will see whether it is available for everyone. Not very sure, my dear friends. Sorry for that. But I'll get back to you on that. And there are about 6 keys, 6 keys in which questions are asked. There are a few questions on diet, activity, stress level, sleep, meals, and mindset. Diet is different. Meal is different. Meal is what's your regular practice? How do you eat? Diet is what is the importance that you give for your nutrition part of it. Whether you take protein, whether your vitamins and minerals are taken care of, all that is diet. Mindset is different. Stress is different. What mindset you work with. There are some people who are very negative about it. What here? All this will work or what? There are a few people who feel, no, I know it has worked, or I have seen people, who have got some very good results. Let me also get into it. And I'm confident that by December 31st, I will be 10 kgs lesser or 12 kgs lesser. So, at what mindset you are operating upon? What are activities that you are doing for yourself? And what is your stress level? All that is considered. Just a quick overview on the report, my dear friends. It's a very exhaustive report. There's a 20-page report and then it's an 8-page report, a quick report. You can select on whichever you want. And to start the program, 8-page report itself is sufficient. And if you want to know more about yourself, like, Janma Patrika, then you have to go for a 20-page report, which extensively talks about you. Very extensive information shared about yourself and your diet plan. And first, diet. As I told you, diet talks about macronutrients and micronutrients. What is the eating plan that you fall under? what should be the category for you, there are two categories. One is low carbohydrate, one is low fat. So somebody who do not know to handle fat, they will get into low fat program. Somebody who are conscious about fat but do not have a great idea about carbohydrates mishandling, they will get into this program. So we will check whether your protein, fat, carbohydrates, and of course your other nutrients are proper. Activity, whether you do a structured activity or just a general movement. You know, some people say, oh, work that I do at home itself is like exercise here. I cannot spend time for that. No, we will see whether that is okay for you or you need a specific exercise. If you need a specific exercise, it's mentioned there very clearly. I have done this test twice and I've got very good insights on this personally. Assessing the perceived level of stress, or what level of stress you are in, okay, at a given point in time. And it's very, very important to decide whether this is the right time to start the program or not. Fine. So for that, it gives a clear idea. Sleep, what pattern of sleep do you have? Is that a quality sleep or we have sleep apnea, insomnia? Get into that. And duration plays a very, very major role. You know, for some people, even 4 hours of sleep is sufficient. For some, even 7-8 hours of sleep is not sufficient. Some even go up to 11 hours of sleep and still they feel I'm sleep deprived. Okay. So what kind of a person you are, what does your body need is very, very important. That is clearly seen there. And what kind of eating habit do we have? You know, are we on ourselves? Do we know what we are supposed to eat? Or it's more of, socializing person where the intake is high and depends on what everybody, majorly it's on peer pressure, So what kind of person we are, that is very clearly measured. And as I told you, the mindset of the person which impacts the eating and exercise habit. Have you seen the stress eaters? I have seen somebody who takes 3 portions of biryani in one go because of stress. Many people believe, stress can be overcome with overeating, because overeating do not allow their mind to think further. So, and nothing comes to their mind. It goes blank after eating heavy eating. So they live with that. They can postpone the situation, postpone the problem for some time because of overeating, which is called stress eating. So what kind of a person you are? All these are measured very well, my dear friends. And today, with all my consciousness, I can tell you the assessment or the report that comes out, if you have to go and get it done from a dietitian, from a proper consultant outside, you will have to spend not less than 20 to 25,000. And I mean it. I have seen some, and I've been a part of one of those consulting and one of my, stint, a very short stint in one of the companies that I worked. So I know the cost of it. Not less than 20 to 25,000. And today, Nutrilite Amway gives everything to you free of cost. Everything to you. And I am personally impressed with the diet chart that the W.O.W program gives. Fine. So post that, we look at all possible parameters and then we recommend you what should be your calorie intake based on your results. And then we also give you the diet plan. The diet plan is it's like a menu card by itself. 21 state diet plan to choose from, and it is supported with Indian food database with the calorie tracking, how much of calorie each one has, and the variance level, variance level is just 40 to 50 calories. I cross-checked with one of the leading dietitian, and it's just 40 to 50 calories, that the chart that we have put in, and the way that we prepare at home. Okay, if they say example dosa, normally one dosa is permitted with 1 teaspoon of oil. And what if I take 2 teaspoons of ghee? Even then with a medium sized dosa, the calorie difference could be 40 to 50 calories. That's it. That's what I come to say. So it's such accurate data that we have given, and 250 plus diet plans with vegetarian and non-vegetarian menu, and many programs, many weight management programs says they go like this. First 3 days only water or lime water. Second 3 days is boiled vegetable and raw fruits. Third 3 days is boiled vegetable, raw fruits with little amount of sugar or salt added to it, and 1 cup of carbohydrate. And fourth 3 days is again a very little amount of fat, oil or ghee shown to the body, and then closing it with 3 days of water. So this is a program where they show, see, we have reduced 7 kgs, 8 kgs, 5 kgs. Results are good. But what happens to your immune power? Your routine is changed. You're not eating what you're eating. You can accept. Will your body accept? Look at body as a separate entity. And in this program, we don't have such difference at all. It's such an amazing program. You want to eat non-veg? Go ahead. You want to eat vegetarian? The dishes that you love, go ahead. But only thing is, take care of the portions that you take, number 1. Number 2, look at the calories and make it as healthy as possible. Say example, poha, fantastic option. Rather than having a regular poha, add little vegetables to it. Make it a healthy poha. Fine. Uttapam, superb. Make it a healthy uttapam with less oil, more vegetables. So that's how we tend to manage. That's the speciality of it. So unlock the secrets of your success. What is your lifestyle? What sort of lifestyle that you live in, and what additional resources that you need. So read through your own report very clearly. First, start the program with 8 pages report, and then extensively go for a 20 pages report. You can download anytime you want. And look at small things also. How to satisfy your craving, how to avoid processed food, how to adopt a low carbohydrate lifestyle, all that. It's so nicely given. I'm personally impressed with the report, and also the tips that we give. How should your breakfast be? How should your lunch be? Snacks be, and dinner be. Say the blue represents lean protein, and the black represents healthy carb, green for vegetable, and purple for fruit, and yellow for healthy fat. Now, based on that, look at it. 1 portion, 2 portion, what has to be there. So it differs from one person to another. It is not same for everybody. So that's how it gives the report. Fine. So this is an amazing report. Just few snapshots of the report that we give. Also on drinking water, cooking method, power up with protein, everything. And the block that is highlighted for you is the original you. How is your sleep pattern? How is your stress pattern? Is that high, low, moderate? Or how is your mindset? Are you optimistic, pessimistic? All that is very clearly given. So with that, you can understand how fast you can reach to this goal. How long will you take to reach this goal? So knowing all that, taking all that into consideration, now set your goal. Don't say everybody can do it in 30 days. I can also do it in 30 days. For some people, 30 days would be too much. For some people, 30 days would be very less. They would not even have started from there. Okay. So looking at all that, set your goal. From optimal to ideal. That should be a first goal. Very first goal should be, if you are obese or overweight, from there to optimal, and optimal to ideal. Ideal, maintain your ideal. This is how it has to be. And that's how the goal should be. It should be a very smart goal. It should be measurable very easily. And you only start recognizing yourself for small success that you see. And NHI or the report also supports you in goal, setting the goal. Okay, it makes you to write the goal. Write the goal somewhere so that you have a track of it. And the same thing can be done for your team also. With the community, you can do the same. right? So once the goal is set, then the next very important is stay engaged. Your commitment level. Your commitment level, because there is no one to watch you. There is no one to see you. And you should be with high integrity. You know what is high integrity? First of all, doing the right thing even if somebody is not watching us. Okay? Just because nobody is there to watch me, meaning I don't have anybody policing me. I cannot do any session and leave saying this is what is the session. So my commitment is there. My integrity is there. The same for you, my dear friends. Even if nobody is there to watch, push yourself. Today I'm going to walk for 20 minutes. I'll complete my 6,000 steps or 4,000 steps in 20 minutes. Let me do a fast walking. And tomorrow I'll push myself from 20 to 25. See, let me see if that is possible. It's a test for myself. Nobody is there to watch. I'll do it for myself and see how it is. Right? So a week later, if I stand on the weighing machine, it should show me at least one kilo lesser. Actually, half kilo is right. But then since we are doing some workout there, can go up to 1 kg, 1 kg lesser. Can I do that? Okay. How fast can I do that? Right? So don't take that too much into you. That spoils everything. I should be 2 kgs lesser by 1 week. It's a bad practice. Don't do that. Go stronger. Go in a pace that everybody could accept, and be an inspiration to others. Be an inspiration. Now, what a community can do here, every day when you track, every week when you track, say example, every Thursday, we're going to have a community meet. And there'll be ranking. If 10 of you are there, somebody will say, I have reduced 700 grams. Somebody would say, I have reduced 500 grams. Somebody would say, I've reduced 400 grams. And somebody would say, I've done it 1 kg. So the others will get inspired and say, when I can do 800 grams, what stopped me from getting the 200 grams? Why not I do that? Why not I get into that? And that way will be an inspiration for others for next week. So that's the speciality of this, community, doing it in a community rather than doing it individually. Right? Yeah. So when you want to do it as a community, fix a program for yourself. Fat loss challenge for 90 days or 30 days. Group challenges. There'll be one group here, group A and group B. Group A, all that will be like 5 kgs lesser, should be 5 kgs lesser. Group B will be 3 kgs lesser, and group C will be 4 kgs or 2 kgs lesser, whatever it is. In percentage, in terms of percentage, are we all going along? Is there somebody who's left behind in this group? So it could be a group challenge, 90 days challenge. The max uses is use of supplementation and the product. Max uses. The biggest loser, weight loss. Who's the biggest loser? He wins. And make it as rewarding, as recognizing as possible. And if you want any support there from Amway, from ILS, we are there. And hope you all know, we have a very specialized trainer within our group in Amway. Okay, whenever we look at these programs for Amway or within the teams, we look at Mahin. She is a professional trainer, and she is, coach for weight management. She is an amazing, aerobic coach by herself and a Zumba coach by herself. So she can support there. I can come and talk about your diet pattern, and Sini can talk about the optimal all the 4 pillars of optimal health. There are other trainers also who, the Srinath, a state trainer for Tamil Nadu, is consuming excess whey protein on a regular basis and has reduced weight considerably, 12 kgs in 3 months' time. So there are people who can come and talk to you their own experience. Protein with green tea, how fast it has supported people to come back from their problem. So there are many. We can have program for your team, but only when a community is there, we can do all that. So that's a commitment that we can give. We are there to support you. This is a micro site of weight management program where you can go inside and see and learn more about the product usage and the program by itself. And once you set your goal and you are engaged, measure the achievement. Okay. So, you start measuring, and if you don't see any result in the first go, don't get disheartened. Don't get disheartened. It's just taking some time. That's it. Not that it is not working. And just change the gears. See what more can be done. Okay. See where it is going wrong, what more can be done. Because it's a very scientific program. Nothing can go wrong there. If something has gone wrong there, maybe we are not doing something right. Okay. That's one thing that we have to see. And evaluate. It's very important. After 90 days, evaluate and look at the current status. And if you are very positive about it, set the second goal. And still you have not achieved that, see how far you can achieve that, where you stand and how fast you can achieve that. So get into the NHA assessment again this time and see what better could be done. So it's a very continuous program, and the minimum that you can set is for 3 months, my dear friends. Minimum. Okay. So don't have a very longer goal saying next 2 years. Nobody can track. And don't say very short in 15 days time. Even that is not possible. Life will not change in 15 days. 3 months is an ideal time, and you will also have that cushioning time. Okay, first 15 days I didn't even gear up. Maybe now I'll start. Another 2.5 months I can do something. It's as good as a student getting into the board exam. You might have seen whole year he'll leave. Last 10 days he'll do something on that. As good as, but he will get a better marks. So we never know. It could be that way also. So 3 months. That's the ideal time to be in. And when you do all this and look at the assessment, you will see yourself in a better position, and you can be in a position to guide people and say, will over weight is possible. Fine. So body key here is just a product. It is not everything here. It is the program which stands first. Many people think WOW means, because I have heard people saying WOW product. It's not WOW product. It is body key product. WOW is a program. Okay, WOW is a program. So that program, since it is with FSDU licensing, it can be replaced with your meal, and it's up to you. If you want to stay away from body key and take only your diet, you can do that, but assessment may not be possible. So to take the assessment, and my personal experience as well as suggestion is, replacement of me at least one time with body key will give a tremendous result, amazing result. And if you can have 10 to 12 customers every 3 months time, your business will be at a different level. It will have a lot of people to showcase and tell the outside world, this is what we have done, and your team can grow. And there are many leaders who have done it and shown us. Fine. So that's about this program, my dear friends. That's from my end. Any questions, I'm ready to answer. And hope you had, we do this program once in a while, so I normally take it a little deeper. That's how I did it for today also. Hope you enjoyed the program, and thank you so much.
Wow,
Yasini, back to you.
That's awesome, Lakshmi. Thank you so much. What an in-depth knowledge. Anybody could understand what's WOW program is all about. And also you gave the differentiate about the body key product as such, how it's going to be working, how does it process in our body, right? So it was an amazing information provided by you, Lakshmi. I hope this session would have been understood by all the audience. And I think that is why we are getting a lot of overwhelming responses here, and we are really glad, dear distributor. You're awesome people. Thank you so much for being here throughout and understood. And there's a couple of questions, Lakshmi, that they have put across in the chat box.
Yeah.
I'll just read out that for you. And let's see. Is diabetic patient can take this WOW, ma'am?
Yeah, there is a little, no added sugar, but basic sugar, whatever should be there for the taste, it is there. So they have to take with an alert saying that I'm taking something which can give me that energy, because energy is very important. At the end of the day, dieting but no energy is of no use. So for that, we have given a different form of, fructose, fruit energy. So with that alertness, if somebody can take, it's not going to be a big problem at all. They can take.
Tarun has asked Lakshmi, ma'am, can thyroid and BP client have this to reduce weight, but how to make them exercise and reduce their weight, even though it is tough for them to walk?
They have to push themselves. No other go. They have to push themselves, and they can take this product. Product has no contraindication. They can take this product. But only thing is, people with thyroid or people with BP, let them do the exercise that suits their body. It need not be a very tough exercise, but they have to exercise. Without workout, no program can work.
Yeah. So, can someone consume all plant protein instead of body key? Maybe for the first month.
What difference is it going to make? Why they don't want to take protein? No, I don't understand the reason for that. Why should they take protein powder for 1 month? When they know this is a wholesome product with vitamins, minerals, fiber, everything.
So Hansika is asking, Anshika, once we stop the program, we might gain back? There's a question mark she's put there.
Very good. Thank you so much. If you maintain the same lifestyle, no. Definitely no. And since it is an FSDU product and you are so used to this product, you can replace one meal, whichever meal you feel like with your own consciousness. It can be continued on a daily basis. As I told you, this product has nothing to do with your weight. Okay, it is not going to reduce your weight. It is not going to increase your weight. It's just going to give you a sense of satisfaction that I am not going overboard. Because every protein, vitamins, minerals, fiber, all are there in this product. Fine. So for that, to make it a complete meal, you are going to take it. So you can continue with this and live happy. No problem.
Lakshmi Sharath has put 3 questions, but in the interesting manner. How are you doing a session without having a glass of water in between?
Okay.
I salute you. So you want to know that secret, please reveal that.
No, I am very poor in drinking water. But I compensate that with, half liters to 45 liters. 3/4 of a liter immediately after breakfast, and early morning, even before breakfast, 1 liter. And I try to compensate that 3 to 4 liters in a day. And during sessions, no, I don't.
So second question, Sharath has.
There is a good tip for it, don't take any caffeine related half an hour before doing a session. So why do we take water? Because it becomes very sticky when we speak. The air goes in and becomes sticky. So to overcome that, people drink water. So, and also the nervousness. I don't have any nervousness because I know I'm talking to my own family. I'm never nervous, and whatever comes to my mind, I talk. So I need not, be very cautious about it. I know my people will accept whatever I talk because I give something good for them. That's one reason. And second thing is caffeinated beverages. I love coffee. I do take filter coffee, but definitely not half an hour before the session. Even I get a chance, I will avoid.
Yes. So Sharath has another question, Lakshmi. My sister is having hypothyroid and overweight. So I'm thinking to start W.O.W. Does W.O.W. have any complication reported for those with thyroid imbalance, which is hyper or hypo?
Not at all. Not at all. It's a program suitable for them also. So you can go ahead along with the medication that they take for thyroid.
Okay. Can this be consumed with only milk?
Milk or water if you wish. That's it. It cannot go with juice. It cannot, it's better to go that way only. Or the next option that I have heard, the starch that comes from the filtered rice. You prepare rice and you take the starch out of it, and with that, I have seen people adding this product and consuming with a little sugar added to it, which they feel it's good. And we can go for it, but starch again. If you wish to go for it, that's the second option. Milk is a good option. Skimmed milk, 3/4 of water, 1/4 of milk, thin milk.
Yeah. So Lakshmi, Rajeshwari is asking, is interval of sleeping due to work on early morning healthy, or any challenges we may face in the near future?
Not at all. Not at all. I would say there should be a power nap in the afternoon, particularly, for somebody who's working stretch. Mind may not work, body may support, mind may not support. So it is better to give a power nap of, half an hour to 45 minutes. And that's why you see schools have lunch break, 45 minutes lunch break, and offices have lunch break. And it's up to us to manage. The same lunch break is everywhere. Everybody knows nobody is going to have lunch for 45 minutes or 1 hour. Why that break? If somebody is having a practice of a short nap, and it should be a nap, it should not be a proper sleep. Don't get into that practice. It increases your obesity because you are doing it immediately after lunch. It can be a power nap. Sit in one place and just relax. That's more than sufficient.
So, Beena
WOW
is
app
asking,
name is microsite. WOW microsite or WOW app? Will overweight. WOW app.
Saji ma'am is asking, can lactating mother take this weight management?
After that, lactation, post lactation. See, till lactation, don't try anything. You are dedicating your life for the kid. Just do that. And post that, when you feel now everything is over, I have to get back to my normal, before the child goes to the school, you can do that.
Okay. So Dr. Kirti, ma'am, what is your opinion about fat loss with body key?
Fat loss with body key happens. Definitely happens, doctor. It's not that it is not happening, because it's a complete product. And but I would say along with that, we have not given any good fat also. Good fat is very important to reduce the bad fat for the body. You know that. So it is better to give omega-3 fatty acids at least.
Okay. So
BMI
again,
calculation, weight in kilogram divided by height in meters into height in meters.
okay, Lakshmi, again, Saji ma'am has asked, also can person put in weight due to stress and or acidity, irritable bowel syndrome, can take this WOW?
Yes, yes. All that is a clear indication of poor metabolism in the body. Very clear indication. Please go with this product. Please go with this program. It is not the product, my dear friends. Without any reason, you can take, like any milkshake, like any beverage, you can take body key. There's no reason to take body key. And after taking body key, also people might come back and say, I did not reduce any weight. I'm perfectly the same. Because it's not meant, it is not a slimming product. It's just a product to support you, to give you a complete meal. So program is the crux. It's not the product. Yes, PCOD, PCOS people can take, Shubha ma'am, can take this. But with a proper exercise, PCOD can be overcome only with exercise and reducing the stress. Diet is only third.
Yeah. So Lakshmi, I think maximum we have responded to all the queries. And dear distributor, if any one of you, if you feel that we have not given you any kind of a response, please get back to me. Me and Mahin are at back end. You can always put your question personally to us. So now we will give our numbers, because I think we were overshot with the time. So we have to wrap up the session now. And thank you so much for being so, patient with us throughout the program. So this is Mahin and Simi, myself. Please note down our number, ping us your queries to us. So definitely we personally will get back to you responding whatever queries that we have, because, maybe I understood one thing in both the markets. I think as Kerala and Karnataka, one thing that I realized now is shortly I have to do a session with Ask Lakshmi. So I would do that exclusively because I can understand a lot of queries that all of you has. I know I could sense that in Kerala market as well as now in Karnataka. So I will plan the next week, the coming week. Surely I would plan something basis the schedule of Lakshmi. But then till then, if you have any queries, please put it right back to us personally. For Sini, my number you can note down, and Mahin is here, so you can write back to us, so we will get back to you. Right. So with that, we have come to an end of a session, but of course, I cannot go without saying thank you to Lakshmi. It's like, thank you, Lakshmi. I think this festive season, you made it very special with talking about WOW, weight management session. It's very important because this is a time we are starting from Gauri Habba to New Year, Pongal or Shankranti. We are celebrating only festivals here on. So it's very important. At times we have to look back ourselves, what we are eating and what kind of management that we are doing with our body, right? So I think it was an absolute session, Lakshmi, very suitable for this time. And thank you so much for coming in here. I think happy Gauri Ganesha Habba to you also, Lakshmi, and to all the audience. I'm wishing in advance Gauri and Ganesha Habba Subhashagalu Ellargu. And thank you for being here. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And happy festivities to everyone. As Chinni rightly said, from today on till Shankranti is over, there are a lot of festivals in between. So happy festivities. Enjoy all that.
Yes.
But healthily. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Lakshmi. So today, being a Ganesha Chaturthi special in Karnataka, we are making it cooked delicious and healthy with Amway Queen, right? So only thing that you can do with Amway Queen is being very fit, very energetic, very healthy, a long-term investment to you and your family, right? So we are having a live cooking by Payal. Payal is going to join us. She's a guest who's going to show the live demonstration to us. And especially the recipe will be which is suitable to our Ganesha festival. It's going to be very, very appetizing and very nice. Please join us at 6 p.m. Don't miss out. And it is in Hindi. And if you feel anyone across, South or your North team or anyone wants to join, since it's Hindi, a lot of people might be looking forward for that. Please join at 6 p.m. and enjoy this delicious recipe and try out this and enjoy your festival at your homes, right? So here is Mahin. I would like to take time to thank her also because, who's been a support for us throughout. I mean, in terms of, you receive a beautiful flyers, right? You get the invites so beautiful. You can invite your customers. I think that hard work is made by her. So all that credit goes to her. And thank you, Mahin, for being here and supporting throughout. Right? So don't miss out. 6 p.m. sharply, please log in and see the delicious cooking of Ganesha Chaturthi and have a wonderful festival ahead, right? Thank you, everyone. Me, Mahin and Lakshmi Sridhar is signing off now. See you again with the next session that is at 6 p.m. Not tomorrow, day after. Today evening at 6 p.m. we are catching up, right? Thank you. Yes, Mahin, you want to add something?
Rosani, you have pretty much added every single thing. So, friends, thank you all and happy festive. So, we are going to conduct this session for today, and after that, we'll go on a nice break. We all will celebrate. When it comes to festival, we tend to eat a lot. So, why not eating something which is healthy and delicious? So, on Ganesha Chaturthi special, we are cooking also the same. There is an offer running. So, why not you all calling your team members and joining us? So we'll see you off at 6 p.m. with our other set of training. Till then, take care of yourself.
Yeah, take care. Bye-bye. Signing off now.